Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the Whispering English. Close your eyes for a moment and picture the flickering glow of a movie theater. The room goes dark, the music swells, and for 2 hours, you are transported to another galaxy, another century, or another dimension. We take the magic of cinema completely for granted today, consuming movies on phones, laptops, and massive home screens. But just over a century ago, moving pictures didn't exist at all. Today, we trace the astonishing journey of Hollywood, how a dusty Orange Grove town in California transformed from a patent war zone into the magical dream factory of the world. Our story begins in the late 19th century with the undisputed king of American invention, Thomas Edison. Edison didn't just invent the light bulb, he helped pioneer the kinetograph and the kinetoscope, creating some of the world's very first motion picture devices. But Edison was fiercely protective of his inventions. He formed the Motion Picture Patents Company, often called the Edison Trust, which held a tight, iron grip on the film industry. If you wanted to make a camera, buy film stock, or screen a movie in the eastern United States, you had to pay steep licensing fees to Edison's trust, or risk getting sued or having your equipment smashed by hired thugs. Filmmakers felt suffocated. Desperate for freedom, independent directors and producers packed up their cameras. They headed as far away from Edison's lawyers as they possibly could, all the way to the sunny, wide-open spaces of Southern California. That destination was a quiet little village named Hollywood. It was an ideal paradise for early filmmakers. The weather was warm and sunny for nearly 300 days a year, which was crucial when your cameras relied entirely on natural sunlight. Furthermore, if Edison's enforcers ever showed up with court orders, the Mexican border was just a short drive away, making it easy to slip across and evade the law. Independent studios began to sprout up among the orange groves. Visionary moguls, many of them immigrants escaping poverty in Europe, built massive studio lots and established the legendary studio system. Paramount, Universal, Warner Brothers, and Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer were born. They signed actors to exclusive, ironclad contracts, turned ordinary people into global cinematic gods and goddesses, and ushered in the golden age of Hollywood, filling movie theaters with sweeping westerns, romantic dramas, and dazzling musicals that offered escape during the darkest days of the Great Depression. For decades, the studio system reigned supreme. Studios controlled everything: the production, the distribution, and even the theaters where the films were played. Movies like Casablanca, Gone with the Wind, and The Wizard of Oz defined global culture. Yet, by the 1950s and 60s, the golden machine began to crack. The rise of a fierce new competitor, television, kept millions of Americans sitting comfortably on their living room couches instead of buying theater tickets. Antitrust lawsuits broke up the studio's monopolies, forcing them to sell off their theater chains. Hollywood was suddenly aging, expensive, and out of touch with a rapidly changing youth culture. Studios were bleeding money, desperately searching for a new formula to save the silver screen. That salvation arrived in the summer of 1975 with A Great White Shark. When a young, ambitious director named Steven Spielberg released Jaws, he didn't just scare millions of people out of the water, he invented the modern summer blockbuster. Instead of slowly rolling out a film across the country over months, studios launched movies everywhere at once, backed by massive television advertising campaigns and saturation merchandising. Just 2 years later, in 1977, a young filmmaker named George Lucas took that formula and blasted it into hyperspace with Star Wars. combining state-of-the-art special effects, mythic storytelling, and an unforgettable universe of Jedi, droids, and starships. Star Wars shattered box office records and proved that movies weren't just entertainment, they were immersive cultural events that could sell action figures, lunchboxes, and dreams to a global audience. From Thomas Edison's heavy cameras to the glittering galaxies of Star Wars, Hollywood's journey reflects our eternal desire to see our own stories reflected at us on a giant canvas. It proved that a simple beam of light projected onto a white wall could change how the world dreams. Thank you for joining me on this cinematic journey through time on the Whispering English. If this story of passion, grit, and movie magic captured your imagination, please subscribe to our channel. We are here to learn together, grow together, and uncover the brilliant history behind our favorite cultural milestones. Tell me in the comments, what is the very first movie you remember seeing in a theater that completely blew your mind? Thank you for listening, and until next time, keep exploring.